But we know what they're looking at from the scans, and the guy's smiling. I mean, I would be so embarrassed to herd a good-looking woman in or anybody else and get off on looking at their naked body. I mean, this is perverted, man. I find it very unsexually stimulating to force things on people. The whole enjoyment, but I guess I'm normal, is people liking it. The giving, I don't want to get into it. I mean, isn't it normal you want the person to like it? Isn't it normal? That's 100% of the excitement. But no, a lot of sadistic people in history and police and others, they like raping people. They like abusing. They get off on it. Look at what every conquering army does. They rape every good-looking woman in the city. Our troops admittedly did it in World War II. I got a bunch of other news, but I'm going to go ahead and get Aaron Dykes in here now to go ahead and start getting into George Bernard Shaw and others. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Left went to Hitler, at least in France, part of the socialists went to became advocates of Hitler.
The popular British playwright Bernard Shaw supported Hitler in the mass media. The left supported Hitler not because he deceived them. They knew Hitler would kill. He said he would. In fact, it was why they supported him.
You must all know half a dozen people at least who are no use in this world, who are more trouble than they are worth. Just put them there and say, sir or madam, now will you be kind enough to justify your existence? If you can't justify your existence, if you're not pulling your weight in the social vote, if you're not producing as much as you consume, or perhaps a little more, then clearly we cannot use the big organization of our society for the purpose of keeping you alive, because your life does not benefit us, and it can't be of very much use to yourself.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Aaron Dykes is in studio. Now, that's really bad audio. In fact, they gave me the documentary film this is from. Will you bring it into me? Thanks, guys. There's so much going on here. And I really wanted to properly introduce this. So just what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce this coming up in the next segment. Because I was doing a radio interview during the 4-minute break, and then I wanted to pre-talk to you, Aaron, before we went with this. There's just so much happening. This is from the Soviet story, and we separately from Film Archives gotten this as well, a film by Mr. Snore. And Aaron has done deep research on this for the next film that we've got coming up, Fall of the Republic 2, that gets into the death plot, the New World Order takeover system. So what we're going to do is we're going to get into these different individuals coming up when we start the next segment. And the problem is there's so much evidence of these people's mass murders, so much evidence of their evil. We've got another clip that Aaron just ran in with right before we went live that is him praising Mussolini. And again, when you're watching this later at prisonplanet.tv or live, the audio is so low and old and bad, shot in the 20s and 30s, the different film clips of these different globalists like George Bernard Shaw, that with the video, you could see his lips moving and kind of make it out. Audio-wise, without the video, it's weird how bad audio, when you have the video as well, it like helps you almost lip read what he's saying. But Shaw published books and articles where he said all this and more. And Aaron's got some of those quotes and documentation, but this is somebody who is praised by the left. And he praised Hitler, he praised Stalin, he praised Lenin, he praised Mussolini, he praised dictatorships, scientific societies. That's coming up after the break. But right now, let's take a call. John, who's up next here? Jason in New Hampshire, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi, quick question and comment about these naked rape body scanners there. The image you guys posted of the woman with the gun, is that the standard photo of that these scanners produce?
Yes. And in fact, it's more detailed. It's super high res. You can blow them up right down to her pores. And then the news always shows you a blurred one.
Right, right. Well, with that image, like, all you really have to do is reverse the negative, and you have a full-color, regular image of the person. And if that's the standard, then that's what we're looking at.
You know, that's a good idea. We need to reverse the negative on her and show people. But, I mean, it's already, you can see every detail of her breast, every detail of her, and I mean, this is outrageous. I mean, I'm not a shy person, but I am shy about a bunch of goons looking at my genitals. I mean, if they can do this, but that's what George Bertrand Shaw wanted, same-sex toilets, and everything is to break down our species, get rid of who we are. And now look at how they're putting in same-sex bathrooms in the military, at colleges, and they all say why they're doing it. It's not just us saying they're breaking up the family and the human order. They say it.
Absolutely. Also, if your listeners can check out a couple of studies online about how terahertz waves can tear apart the DNA.
We've posted major medical studies, mainline scientific publications saying this is deadly. And it's the body load of this. And these technicians running these machines, they're going to all wonder why their testicles rot off. Because those are outside the body and will pick up the most radiation. But they like testicular cancer. So, it's what they want, it's what they get.